Hi, my name is Jincy Todd. I am an ambassador for this year's fair. I am 16 years old. I go to PK Young, and I've been showing at this year's fair for this year will be 3 years. Number one, any unethical act, behavior, or conduct will be addressed by the grievance committee and may result in complete disqualification of the exhibitor. If an exhibitor or exhibitor's project is disqualified for any reason, including unethical act, behavior, or conduct of the exhibitor, will not be allowed to participate in any fair activities or contests. If the exhibitor has a second disqualification, the exhibitor will be banned from showing and participating in any of the Alachua County Youth Fair and Livestock Show activities for the rest of the exhibitor's eligible years. Number two, state of liability. All livestock exhibits will be under the direction of the Alachua County Youth Fair and Livestock Show Association Incorporation. But the association will in no case be responsible for any loss of damage that may occur. Number three, please be aware of social media guidelines and general rules. Number four, dress code for show is on page 12, general rules. Please abide and dress appropriately. 5. If you are a new exhibitor this year, excluding clover buds, you will need to take the Florida State Fair ethics course. If you are due this year for ethics, it has been extended for 1 year. Go to the Florida State Fair agribusiness website for more details and classes.
Hey everyone, my name is Todd Dysterhouse. I am an ambassador this year for the Alachua County Youth Fair and Livestock Show. I am 16 years old. I have been showing at the Alachua County Fair ever since I was a 4-H clover bud. I started out with chickens and rabbits and slowly moved my way on to pigs, and I'm continuing on through that process. So this year for our update on the beef portion of the Alachua County Youth Fair, all production beef animals are going to need health certificates. Guys, remember your steers, they got to be gaining 2 pounds a day. Everything at the show is going to need a necktie. It's going to need to be necktied at night and throughout the day to make sure that those animals don't get loose. We're going to remind everyone to look over the classes when they're posted there at fair. So if we need to update them, we can make any changes with the classes or with showmanship. And then make sure that everything is within the state rules. We got to make sure that we're doing everything ethically and make sure that we're doing everything correctly. Marcus, your kids, please be working on getting buyers for animals. We don't want everyone showing up not having any buyers. Got to make sure we stay on top of that and get everything done and put together before we get there to county fair. So make sure y'all to stay on top of that. So this year for our swine show at the Alachua County Youth Fair, we just have a few reminders that we wanted to remind everyone about for everyone that's going to be participating and showing. We wanted to remind you about the water and the boards for your pens while at the youth fair. The plans to build the water are on the youth fair's website. Y'all can go online, you can go to the website, you can get that information. The board is 44 by 44, and that's going to go into the bottom of your pens. And we're asking this year that everyone has clip-on feeders to feed their swine. And just remember to bring cleaning equipment, brushes, wheelbarrows, and rakes to clean out your pens, any kind of soap or towels or anything to clean your pigs. And to do things that y'all need to remember to do is go ahead and get those ethics classes done. They only last for 3 years, but we do have an extension this year. So if you do need to get it done, go ahead and get it done. I know Miss Cindy is doing a in-class portion class that is going to be done for the county fair. So if any of you guys need to get that done, to go ahead and do it. And they're your rule books. We got to read those rule books and make sure we know what we're doing when it comes time to county fair. We have on our board this year, we have Kevin Henderson, Dennis Pendarvis, and Scott Blackwell. They're all participants, and we will include their numbers and names for any questions y'all have.
Both virtual and live sale will occur on Tuesday, March 9th, 2021, if possible. Buyers will register online prior to the sale. For your convenience, the virtual sale will allow you to bid from home, and the sale will be open in advance for bidding. The website and buyer registration will be announced at a later date at www.acyfls.com. Sale brochures for contacting your buyer is at www.acyfls.com/buyers. Add-ons must be collected by the end of the sale. Online payment system for buyers will be found at www.acyfls.com/buyers. Buyers can pay for bidding at the sale and add-ons here. Remember that your buyer pays what they bid at the sale. If they choose custom, they will owe their bid plus the carcass value. If they choose resale, they owe bid price only. You will not get paid until all buyers and add-ons have been paid. Thank you letters must be presented to the sale treasurer. If not received within 45 days after the sale, there will be a $50 fine.
My name is Emma Rowland. I am 17 and I have been showing at the Alachua County Youth Fair for 10 years. Most of my experience in showing is with beef cattle, but I've also showed rabbit, swine, and poultry. Check-in for your chickens will be Friday, March 5th, 2021, between 2 p.m. and 5 p.m. Your chickens will be tested and checked for parasites at check-in prior to you being able to put it in its cage. All exhibitors, besides Cloverbuds, must have a completed record book prior to cooping their chickens in. The cages are provided. You will need to bring your own feed and any grooming supplies you will need. Please leave your feed at the fairgrounds and label it with your name. Each exhibitor is responsible for feeding and watering their chickens twice a day and is responsible for keeping their cages clean. We will have a best dozen eggs contest, showmanship, and a skillathon as well. Eggs are due at the time of check-in on Friday. Showmanship and skillathon are for juniors, intermediates, and seniors. Time for the events and release date will be posted during the fair. Please read the full set of rules online.
Hi, my name's Sarah Henderson. I am one of the 2020-2021 Youth Fair ambassadors. I'm 17 and I've been showing at the fair for 9 years. So the Alachua County Youth Fair Rabbit Show is not an ARBA show. Any participant can enter a pet quality rabbit to get the experience of showing. They will be judged against ARBA standards for placement though, and any pet class rabbit will not be able to win Best in Show or runner-up awards. All rabbits will be inspected upon entry and must be healthy. There are no pregnant or nursing does allowed at the youth fair. All rabbits must be identified by an ID mark in their left ear. If your animal is not tattooed, a youth fair member will mark them for you with a permanent marker that'll last throughout fair at check-in. At the fair, the exhibitor is responsible for providing food and water for their animal. Please bring feeders and waterers that cannot be turned over easily, as they will need access to food and water 24 hours a day and must be fed at the appropriate intervals for your animal. Any other special accommodations like mats or special diets, or if you want to give your animal like treats and stuff, must be provided by the exhibitor. Animals must be fed and watered by the exhibitor. There will be daily checks to ensure the rabbits are properly cared for by the rabbit committee. If the exhibitor is unable to do so, arrangements must be made by the exhibitor to have someone take care of their animal for them that day. During the show, the exhibitor must bring the animal to the show table themselves for show and showmanship. If exhibiting more than one animal, they will need to arrange another exhibitor to assist them. The second exhibitor does not have to show rabbits. For release, if anyone has a special circumstance and needs to have an animal released early, it must be approved by the rabbit committee or a fair board member.
This year's record books are a little different than the last few years. This year, we will have a market animal record book and a general record book listed as the breeding animal record book on the ACYFLS website. All market exhibitors showing market steer, market swine, and market goats are to complete a market animal record book. All other animal exhibitors are to complete the general record book, again listed as a breeding record book on the ACYFLS website. rabbit, poultry, dairy goats, dairy cows, and breeding beef. You must turn in a completed record book to be able to exhibit an animal at the Alachua County Youth Fair and Livestock Show. General record books should start as of September 1st of the current calendar year or the date that you purchased your project animal if after September 1st. Market animal record books should start the day of your animal tag-in or initial weigh-in. Your record book should be bound in a 3-prong folder or a 1/2-inch 3-ring binder. On the front cover of your folder or binder should be the following information: first and last name, age as of September 1st, age division, which is junior, intermediate, or senior, the name of your 4-H club or FFA chapter, and the animal division, which is rabbit, poultry, dairy goat, dairy cow, or breeding beef. There are no extra points for creativity in this record book, only neatness and accuracy, as it is a record-keeping tool. Always double check your work, especially your math calculations. Your record book may be typed or handwritten in ink by the exhibitor. You must complete a record book for each species being shown. If you are showing multiple animals in the same species, you will complete only one record book for that species, listing all animals on your animal inventory page. Record books are to be completed. They must also be signed by the exhibitor, parent, and the club or chapter leader. Market animal record books will be turned in at your animal weigh-in. All other record books, general record books, will have the opportunity to gain 5 bonus points on the total record book score for turning in their record books early, the week of February 5th through February 12th. Record books may be turned in to the Extension Office drop-off box during this week, or check with your FFA advisors or 4-H leaders. Arrangements will be made to meet with them to collect any early books members have turned into them. Early turn-in record books will not be accepted after Friday, February 12th. If you choose not to turn in your record book early, you must turn in your record book at your species check-in. Any incomplete page in this book will result in a no grade for the entire book.
This year's exhibit judging and non-livestock events will be submitted virtually. Submissions need to include 1 to 3 photos and a completed submission form. Links can be found in the non-livestock handbook. All submissions are due by February 12th, and the interviews will be held on February 20th via Zoom. These advanced submissions also include the non-livestock events that are typically held during the fair, such as candy creations, table decorating, edible arts, and others. Projects can be brought to fair setup to be exhibited during the fair. See the non-livestock handbook for additional rule changes and updates for this year.